Hey everybody, how you doing? My name's Jumper Dog. This is gonna be my first video. I am here to talk about the plague of fast food that is ruining my free time. First things we got is on the top of the list of what I'm hating is the place that makes you love it, McDonald's. The first thing I got is the restyling. I don't know if a McDonald's near you has been restyled yet, but you will not, if you care about crap that doesn't really matter as much as I do, then you are going to get ready for the disappointment. It's not great. It kind of looks like interior design made everything, tried to make everything better, which I'm kind of old-fashioned. I'm 20 years old, but I'm basically the idea mindset of a 50-year-old. Yeah. So I don't like it. I prefer the old McDonald's better than the new ones. We've got two McDonald's where I live in Alabama, and both of them have been remodeled. The first one I just didn't like it. The second one, not only do I not like now, but it took 3 months, basically 2 to 3 months, to get the thing fixed, built up, because they knocked the old one to the ground. The other one they had was probably just as old, I'm not sure, but they built it, or they remodeled it without knocking it down. The other one, they knocked the whole thing down, took 2.5 to 3 months to rebuild the whole thing, and I don't like it. You have to go from the highway to drive into the parking lot, drive all the way around the building, and do that just to go to where the drive-thru starts, compared to the old way where you could pull off the highway and pull into where the drive-thru is going, where the drive-thru lane starts. Another thing, there are no walls inside the building where you sit and eat. The only thing there is are pillars. There are 2 or 3 pillars in there, and I don't like it because it's like a freaking cafeteria. Another thing besides that is just the service. I'm sure if you've went to McDonald's, you've had the enjoyment of having your order screwed up. It's a fun thing. It's something to do on a daily basis. It happens enough where you can make it a hobby. It's a great day when you get your order messed up at McDonald's. That happens so as often as me blabbering and my words getting mixed up when I'm talking on a video. Another thing is, I went to McDonald's the other day, went through the drive-thru like an idiot because I thought going through the drive-thru would be quicker. Not. If you live where I live, it's not. Another thing, like, I went through the drive-thru the other day. It took them 5 to 10 minutes longer than it should have to mess up my order. How does that happen? Now, if you work at McDonald's, bravo to you. Everyone's worked at McDonald's at one point for the majority of Americans. And I salute you, because you might be that guy who's the manager, the assistant manager, store manager, whatever, and you have people do this all the time, and I see nothing happen when they mess up an order. It's just, hey, I need 2 McChickens, ketchup only, and we're sorry, sir, it'll be just a minute. And after that happened to me last, where I went through the drive-thru, scooted up a little bit, checked my order before I drove off, and I was already past the window, I had realized they messed both the McChickens up. I don't know if you're the type of weird person, in my idea, people who eat chicken sandwiches with certain toppings on it. Of the guy who gets a chicken sandwich, puts nothing but mayonnaise and lettuce on it, and eats it. Now, you might be one of those people who's just like, well, I like anything on my sandwich. Well, I just like ketchup. It's not a rant. Might seem like a rant. Basically, this video is about seeing if any other people have that same idea. Like, I've seen videos on Vine people have put on where it's just short videos about they messed up my order, or one guy was like, McDonald's, I'm wondering why you always get my order wrong. That really made me laugh. Another thing is, I might be bringing up a topic and then not finishing it, but I don't. That's how my mind works sometimes. Another thing is Waffle House. If you don't have a Waffle House, don't really know what to compare it to. It's kind of like a crappy version of Denny's, but with better service, and it hasn't been remodeled more than likely. Waffle House, the problem I've been having at Waffle House is I wrote everything down because I'm not going to get everything in my mind if I don't, and I'm going to forget stuff and then upload the video, take it down, re-upload it, crap like that. So the thing I've been having at Waffle House, this place called Rodney G's, which is kind of like a barbecue burger place, and one or two other places, is the fact that for some reason someone is teaching people to put the topping. First off, ask yourself this question: when you get a burger, where do you like the toppings on it to be? For me and my dad, we like the toppings to be on top of the burger. See, on top. Not under, on top. On top. For some reason, maybe somebody can explain this to me, why the toppings are under the burger. I don't get it. That's some new age hipster crap. I don't get it, but because one thing, it's people, you might say, Jumper, why don't you just flip the burger over? No, it's not about that. It's the principle of the matter. It's about toppings go on top. You don't say, yeah. You don't say when people ask you what you want. You don't say, oh, well, I want a cheeseburger with all the bottoms. You don't say it. I've came to an idea that maybe Waffle House is making their cheeseburgers and putting everything under the burger because of the fact that if you put the toppings on top of the cheese, then you can take it off, put whatever condiments you want on there, because they don't put ketchup or any other condiments on there for you. Because if you put the toppings under the cheeseburger, the cheese will just melt to the bun, and then when you pull it up to put your condiments on it, the cheese just pulls and gets melted to the top of the bun, and then you've got cheese on top of ketchup and everything like that. So that might be a good thing. I don't like it. Some of you might not like it either. Another thing is, if you have a Kentucky Fried Chicken, a KFC, tell me if this has ever happened to you. Me and my dad were eating in KFC the other day. We went in, sat down. It's like 51 degrees outside, but it's still cool. Like, there's a little bit of wind, and it's kind of cool outside, but it's warm enough to where you can walk around without a jacket on, and it feels nice. I don't know. We went into KFC, ordered our meals, sat down, went and got our food. Like 3 or 4 minutes later, we notice it's kind of warm inside. We both take our jackets off. It's still pretty hot. We asked one of the guys up there why it's so hot in here. Can you turn the heat down? He said, no, we can't turn the heat down. We were like, why? Like, because the guy who owns this KFC has a thermostat set up at his house and controls the heating and cooling for the KFC there. What? Does that make sense to anybody? If you're at the guy's house, he's not going to know what it feels like in the KFC. And if you're in the KFC, you're not going to be able to do anything about it. And the guy told us they've had multiple comments about that. Multiple comments about how hot or cold it was in the KFC. And the food is hot as hell. We're eating hot baked beans, hot macaroni and cheese, hot chicken. Our jackets are already off. We're literally starting to sweat. We couldn't even finish our food. So, I can't find a good reason for that. Now, there's a lot of hand motions, kind of like, I don't know what to do with my hands. Why don't you just put them down? Okay. And then the other day we were at the McDonald's, and it was a Ricky Bobby, you know. Maybe somebody can tell me why that is. I think that's all. That's all I wrote down. You know, I took a whole 5 minutes to write crap down. Yeah. There's only like 2 or 3 places now. I'm not a picky person. I like to think I'm not a picky person. I am a picky person. But I like to think I'm not that picky when it comes to eating out and stuff. Thing is, if I'm paying for the food, my dad's paying for the food, we want it fixed and cooked the way that we ordered it. And for some reason we can't get that anywhere we want it. If you've got some ideas of why the thermostat thing is the way it is, why the toppings are often put on the bottom, please tell me. I kind of want to know any competent person's outlook, anybody in the food industry, stuff like that. If you ever thought, if you worked in the food industry and you thought it was weird because they were trying to teach you to put the toppings on bottom, something like that, if you can tell me stuff like that. If there's places around you that aren't in the South, like in Alabama where I live, tell me what type of places you have, what type of issues you have, comments like that, stuff like that. I love to hear it. Otherwise, I'll see you guys later.